AIDS. We're honored to have our first guest with us today. She's won 3 Tony Awards and has earned herself an Emmy and an Oscar for a little picture called Cabaret. Take a look.
Start by admitting from cradle to tomb, it isn't that long a stay. Life is a cabaret, old chum. It's only a cabaret, old chum. And I love a cabaret.
Liza Minnelli. They love you.
Oh, how wonderful.
I love you.
I love you. And
Everyone
I love
loves you.
Oh, darling, how are you? Boy, were you good on the Tonys.
Well, thank you, Liza Minnelli. I saw you there,
I know.
looking fabulous as you hosted them.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, did you find it nerve-wracking?
I found it terribly nerve-wracking because there was this great big opening number that had every show in it, which meant about 75 people.
Right.
But I never rehearsed with the 75 people.
Oh, that's not good.
No, not good.
No.
So I'm used to kind of doing it myself, and I'm up there doing my little thing. And then we did it for real, and I went, ha! And I can't tell you how many people were on the stage suddenly. Cats and things going like this.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do, so I just kept turning up stage and going, help! Help!
Did anyone help?
No.
No, no one did. No.
You're on your own broom in those things,
Yeah,
you know.
but I had a fun time.
And you fought.
I did. I fought them,
She
you know.
fights for
And
the
a
right
couple
stuff.
things. Well, we wanted to be at Radio City, have a huge, big venue
The
to
People's
celebrate
Palace.
Broadway, don't you
Yes.
think?
Absolutely.
That's where it's supposed to be, I think.
My dad worked for years at Radio City, and he always told me that it was the People's Palace. It was where you came by after work, or you came by and it was easy to go, and you got a wonderful show and a movie and all that. And the real people went.
Yeah.
It wasn't elitist.
No.
And that's what Broadway should be,
Yes.
not elitist.
I agree. It's for everyone. And how I adored you on Broadway, in the ring, and the act, and here, your first Tony, right, for this. Laura, the Red Menace. Now, how old were you when you won your first Tony?
17.
Were you the youngest person ever to win a Tony?
Yes, for musical, Patty Duke, who was so wonderful in The Miracle Worker, won it for drama. But yeah, I was the first one. I wore my agent's dress. I didn't have one.
Really? Do you remember the first time you were on stage performing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, those poor people in the audience.
Not good?
Well, no, my mama was playing at the Palace. And she thought it would be kind of amusing to get her daughter up there.
Yeah.
And my mom's one word, and it was very funny, that she used to say to me was, dance. So she'd say, come on now, Liza, you know, it's 7. And I'd stand there and she'd say, I'll sing Swanee. Dance. So
You danced.
I did, and there was one terribly funny time when I went back to the microphone, because learning from the best people in show business, I thought, oh yeah, this is where you go back and you do the big finish together. And I went, when I should dance. And I just
Now, did you watch the A&E biography of your mom, that 2-hour special they did?
I think it's wonderful, don't you?
Wasn't it beautiful?
Yes,
It made me cry. And
Yeah.
to see you, little girl, in there with your mom on the show.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I loved it too.
Yeah. Must be very heartwarming to be able to have her still with you in that way on video and film and all of the work that she did.
It is, and see, that's my mother.
Sure.
That's, you
Not
know, a lot
really
of,
Judy Garland, that's your mom.
no, that's my mom.
Right.
And so that all of the things that people say when they talk about competition or they talk about these deep-seated weird feelings, which I'm really sorry don't exist, but they don't.
Right,
You know?
right.
My mom was too much of a friend of mine, and she was too funny, and she was great to be around. And she was my friend. And when I see her, and that's my mom up there, I realize that what everybody else says is stuff they're going through, not stuff I had to go through.
Oh, exactly.
You know,
everyone feels as though they have a part of her because they love her. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's the mom and the kids, and that's you. I know you sang one of your mom's songs, I think for the first time publicly recently on the stage of The Life.
Yeah, well, it's her 75th birthday. And I went up, I love Sam Harris so much, and I know you do.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Sam Harris?
He was Tony-nominated for The Life, and he was absolutely wonderful.
He's wonderful. And there's a marvelous show. There's some wonderful shows on Broadway, but there's one in particular that I sang on the original record before they got like regular singers to sing it before they got the cast to do it. And I had the pleasure of singing the song that Sam sings in the show. And it was the day after they'd lost the Tony. I know what it's like.
Sure.
Because you got to go out there and be just as good and just as... But there's some little part of your heart that goes, I
want to do it. So they asked you to come and perform?
Yeah, and all of a sudden, Cy said, well, why don't you... I said, one day I want to sing that song with Sam. And he said, what about tonight? And I'm so used to taking instructions, being a director's daughter. I said, okay. Thinking, what am I getting myself into?
Right.
But it was thrilling, and I did get to sing with Sam, whose voice just drives me crazy. I couldn't think of a way to say thank you to all of those kids on Broadway and to the audience. And I thought, well, I made my mom this promise when I was 16 that I would never sing her songs, that I wouldn't use her. And it was a big deal for us, and she was terribly proud that I never did. But I thought maybe it was time to break that promise. I couldn't think of any other way to say thank you. And Billy Stritch got up and played it with Cy. They rolled the piano out, and it was wonderful. And never having sung it, it's emotional, you know?
I knew people who were in the audience who told me they were sobbing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I would have been if I was there as well, because I know, you know, I would have been. I'm going to do it now, thinking about it.
Yeah.
But, you know.
How often do you get to really say thank you to your parents when they leave you?
Yeah.
That's a very interesting way to put that, isn't it? Speak with that with my psychologist when they leave you.
Yeah, I know, you and I, we could go, you know, have dinner and talk about that. But we're fine, and we're performing, and life is good. The thing is, today is the Day of Compassion, and I know you do so much for the fight against AIDS. And is there anyone...
usually with you.
Yeah, is there anyone that you would like to, you know, dedicate this performance to? You're about to sing for us after the break?
Yes, everybody who I had the pleasure of knowing and loving, who helped me, who was there. Halston, my friend, Peter Allen, who I adored.
Yeah.
There's too many other people to
Well, we'll all be thinking of
say.
who we loved while you performed.
Yes, that's it.
All right.
And I'll tell you about it in a minute.
All right.
Okay.
You know, Liza,
I love you, Rosie.
I love you back, so shut up. We'll be right back with Liza singing after this break.